let's turn now to Niabi Zoo and a global connection from Coal Valley to Zimbabwe. What you're looking at right now are Niabi's painted dogs. The zoo has been caring for these animals since 2023, and it's grown into a global conservation partnership. And this week, there are two events, a pints and a paint night that you can help attend to help support the painted dogs. We'll get to that in a little bit. But first, we've got Joel Vanderbush, Curator of Conservation and Education from Niabi Zoo, and Dr. Greg Rasmussen from Painted Dog Research in Zimbabwe joining us today. Thank you both so much for being here.
It's always great to be here.
You guys have been on a whirlwind adventure. We're grateful for your time. Can we start with painted dogs before we get to anything else?
Sure.
Greg, tell me about how endangered these animals are and how important your work is.
Well, I saw my first painted dog 38 years ago, when there was about 150 to 200 in the whole country of Zimbabwe. And so, yes, they're endangered. There's less than 6,000 in the world today. And what I realized, there was negative attitude. They were slaughtered by ranchers. And over the years, we've managed to change the perception of the dogs, stop the shooting, which is amazing. For the last 20 years, no shooting. And educating kids. And I'm going to promote my book, Bob Called Circus, my first children's book. We've got a next generation is important.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all about painted dogs and their conservation. And that leads us to the partnership between you and your nonprofit in Zimbabwe and Niabi in Coal Valley. How did this partnership form?
We met.
We
at
did.
a conference.
I mean,
over to you.
Yeah, that's just the easiest way to put it. We happened to be introduced through a mutual friend at a conservation conference back in early 2018. And I mean, it was just one of those, like the moment we met, we knew we were going to end up working together. Because of course we had intention to bring painted dogs to the zoo, but you know, so even though we've only had them since 2023, the process has taken much longer because we wanted to make sure that we could adequately prepare for them. And you know, I was like, all right, well, I want to talk to someone who knows a lot about them in their native habitat, so that we can try to introduce things and understand their behavior more and prepare for it before they get here. And so that's how the relationship really began. And since that time, it's been one of those where, you know, we find out what their needs are, and there are a lack of resources that they may have that we may take for granted, like our ability to design a website or, you know, design flyers or write curriculum for education. That's something we do every single day, but they don't always have access to that. And so that's how we help.
So since this partnership has formed, Niabi has helped Painted Dog Research with their logo, with their website. You've helped raise money, and you founded your own nonprofit. Tell me about that.
Well, that, I mean, also just spurned out of what their needs were. So Greg comes here to the US every single year for 2 to 3 months, and he travels from zoo to zoo to zoo to zoo to zoo. And that's what I also have been helping him to coordinate for the last few years. And I was just like, you know, we need to like be more organized about this. And what if we were able to continue to raise money when you're not in the country? Right? And continue to share that awareness and do all of that. And so that's really how it all came about. And we've got great board members across the country who do the same thing, who have helped him, you know, over the years. And we're like, well, we know a lot about how to raise this money and help him do that. So what if we were to be able to sell some snare art on the website, on the shop page? What if we were able to really revamp the Facebook page, the Instagram page, to get that awareness out there? Again, we're already doing this with the zoos that we work with, so we just decided we would share a little bit with our partner over here, and it's getting great results.
And Greg, what has that meant to you?
Well,
I mean, what have you been able to do with all that money?
When Joel came out last year, with not only his expertise, a dream of mine was to get a live-in bush camp for kids. We made it happen. And now we're spending all the money raising money to build a live bush camp where they can come through. 30, 40 kids can come for 3 or 4 days or a week, learn about conservation, hands-on. And we got that set up.
Yeah, tell me about the air compressor.
Oh, the air compressor, yes. Well, we're actually, part of the fundraiser was to raise $26,000 for an air compressor. And the reason we needed that was to dig a toilet pit. We need to go down in basalt rock, about 20 foot. This composting toilet, one of the biggest composting toilets.
There's a picture of that compressor on the screen.
Oh, there it
now. So you can see that's not your dad's air compressor that's in his garage.
Right.
That thing is as big as a truck.
And you
So,
need it to help
We
build
need it.
your,
We need it to get holes in the basalt rock, whether it's storing water or making sure that we can have a composting toilet that will last forever.